me right now, the one and only, glorious, fabulous, lots of other words ending with S, Andy Cam Cosplay, who has brought with us the much anticipated Doctor Strange cosplay. So
exciting!
So we were discussing the materials for this.
Oh, lol.
At length we discussed them.
Which ones?
All of it. But let's start with the cloak, good sir, because it's fantastic. What have we got there? What? As far as I can tell, there's about 5 different materials in the one cloak.
I was actually really surprised I was able to get so many different textures and fabrics that all matched in the same shade of red, because you'd think, oh, it's just a red. No, there's orange reds, there's pinky reds, there's a burgundy red, there's brown reds.
Oh, honey. Oh, honey. It's not just red.
No. So, yeah, I was just really, really lucky. And, I mean, some things I did retint to have a slightly different colour, but overall, I have a lot of luck when it comes to cosplay.
Yeah, Andy Cam special.
I have stores of requirement. I walk in and it's there. That's what I need. It's there.
They see you coming and they order it in. They're like, we know what he needs.
Yeah, while I hit the car park.
So what have you got your little wings? What are they made from?
Oh, the little the clasps and the eye and a lot of the other accessories, I've actually 3D printed them all. The 3D printing really helped as well. I designed up a stamp. Yeah. Actually, it was 3 different stamps, and I painted all of the lining.
Oh dear God!
That was all hand stamped.
Take note, kids. The whole length of that, all the way through.
Yeah, and it worked out considerably cheaper than getting fabric custom printed. It was also a bit more of an organic look rather than.
This is why we love you.
Yay!
And
it was just fun.
And if you hadn't noticed, guys, we're probably not too. He's got facial hair. What?
Not normal. No, not normal. Definitely not normal.
What have you got there? How'd you get that going?
Well, it's human hair, but it's just not mine.
There's a couple of hipsters out the back.
Yeah, I found a hipster and scalped his face on the way in.
It's intriguing, but it's
really weird. I'm like, even looking at myself in the mirror, I'm like,
who's that guy?
This is weird, but yeah, no, I was actually really happy with the facial hair and the wig as well. I was pretty happy with.
I freaking love your boots. Where'd you get those?
I made these last night.
What? Jesus Christ.
It's not a convention weekend until I'm sewing a pair of boots the night before the costume.
So in total, with all the sewing that you've done, how long did this take you?
It was actually really different for me. Rather than just powering through and doing it in 1 week, I steadily just did little bits after work each night for about probably the last month.
And still, you've done an outrageously good job.
Somehow.
Yes, somehow. Well, thank you very much, my friend. Again, a pleasure to speak to you.
Thank you, always.
What have you got next for us?
Tomorrow.
Surprise?
Oh, it is a fabulous on the scale that has not been reached yet.
Oh, God.
Oh, yes.
Prepare thyself.
No, you're going to need, start preparing in about 15 minutes, and you might be ready tomorrow.
Gird your loins, everybody. All right, thank you very much.
No worries, thank you.
Bye. I have with me Alchemy Glow Photography, but he's cosplaying today because he does that too, because he's one of those people that's just annoyingly talented. But today you have Jafar for us, yes, from Aladdin?
Yep.
So, when did you first have the idea to do this character? Because you've done amazing.
About over a year ago it started coming to light, and then about half a year later, then that's when it started to get in the real start progress, when I tried to find someone to help me out with it and all that. And then, so from the start of the costume to now, it's about a year.
Dang. Dedication. But so out of all of this, which was the most interesting part for you to come up with?
Probably the hat. The hat was the best part, I think, because it's the thing that really sort of makes the costume what it is.
Finishes it off.
Yeah.
And did you reference the movie?
Oh, yeah.
Disney's got the most elaborate costumes. It's fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, we sort of took pictures from it, and then we sort of tried to make our own twist on the character. So I'm making it a bit more evil than what Jafar actually is in the cartoon. Yeah.
Fantastic. And is that your real beard?
Yep.
You know you're doing well when you can use your own actual facial hair for the... And so your props here, your staff, what's going on there?
It's cool. It's like there was a bit of a sneak surprise when the guy who made it for me. He actually put LEDs into the actual stuff. So as you press it down, you can't see it obviously on camera, but you press it down, the lights actually show up. The Iago that was supposed to be here today, he actually pulled out. So there is supposed to be someone who's cosplaying Iago tomorrow. So he won't be actually on my shoulder. There'll be someone walking around with him.
Oh my God, fantastic! We need to find this person. But your shoes there, oh my God, very very Arabian shoes. What kind of work went into those?
Oh, they're just slippers, and then the covering's been put over them, and then the like sort of got this sort of metal frame in the loop, so it's
keep the swell there.
The swell go, yeah.
Yeah, little pigtail swell.
Yeah. Yeah, they're very comfortable to walk around, slippers all day.
What cosplay is comfortable? You've done it wrong. Anyway, thank you very much, sir. You look wonderful. I have with me here some crazy mango with a fantastically elaborate cosplay. And can you enlighten us to what character you have here?
I'm doing Thanatos from the MOBA Smite.
Fantastic game. I used to play the hell out of it a while ago. Did you play this character, or is it just the one that you thought looked the most badass?
Played the absolute hell out of this character to the point that I got banned using this guy in ranked.
Yeah, you know you're doing well when people think you're hacking, but you're really not.
Yeah.
So you've got two pretty major components to this. What was more difficult, the weapon or the wings?
I'd probably say the wings. It took like 3 days to mold the PVC piping, and then 2 weeks straight of 8-hour work of feathering. There's 4,000 feathers in total.
God dang. Because we all know wings are notorious for being a pain in the ass for cosplayers. So
yeah, and the most annoying part was trying to work out how to attach it to the back. Yeah. After my last X-Blade, I'm like, I need to work something out.
Yeah, the harness is always an interesting thing. So what have you actually gone through to get that on there?
So underneath the actual shell of this cosplay, there's a scuba diving harness. The wings are actually attached to that, which is then attached to the back plate, and that's all covered in about 4 sheets of Warbler.
It looks very nice. And moving on to the weapon here, is there a core in this to get that shape?
Yeah. So the actual handle itself is a pool noodle with PVC, 25mm PVC piping, which once again I've molded to get this actual shape. And the top is insulation foam, and which I've molded to get the head of it. Everything else, all the detail is EVA foam, and then I've just covered the entire thing in Warbler. Beautiful.
And pointedly, we've got quite a lot of electronics flowing through all of this. How many LEDs have you got?
I've got 4 LED strippings in the scythe. I've got LEDs in the crutch, LEDs in the chest, LEDs in the shoulders, and LEDs in the braces.
So how many batteries are you wearing?
Surprisingly enough, it is 1 battery per item.
All right, thank you very much. You look fantastic.
Thank you.
Hi guys, we're here with Just Jesse, and he's got a really great Dragon Age cosplay here for us. Why did you pick this character? Just tell us a little bit about it.
Well, I'm the Inquisitor from Dragon Age Inquisition, was the new game. Yeah. It's actually from 2 years ago, but new-ish. Yeah. I like it because he's the leader, he takes charge, and he...
A little bit like yourself?
I think, maybe, hopefully. I like to think I am, yeah.
Tell us about the armor. How did that go?
Well, this is foam and then Warbler on top, and then coats of paint. And then up the top is just foam. Yeah. So I have a thick 5mm foam and then a thin 2mm foam on top. And then I primed it and painted it as well, detailed. And rivets are googly eyes.
Yeah, that's
a good tip. That's
a good tip. I've heard that one a few times actually.
So if I go like that, they shake. Yeah.
You can just hear it.
Yeah, basically.
You know secretly that you've got eyes, a million eyes looking at everyone.
It's pretty great.
What about this staff here? How long did that take you to make, and what did you make it out of?
Well, it's mostly blood, sweat, and tears, but
as usual.
Probably took me about a month to make. It's mostly wood, and the top head's foam. Yeah. This is the battery pack in here. I tried to hide well, which is in Warbler, and it's got a 12 volt power supply, which is just these ones, and then this one's a plasma ball, its own battery.
Thank you so much,
Thank
and
you
enjoy the rest of your con.
Thank
Just
you.
Jesse.
I have here one of my dream cosplays, a glorious glorious one of the Emperor's Space Marines. And this fine young gentleman is Trickshot Cosplay and Props, who has brought to us one of the Space Wolves Marines.
Yes.
He hasn't got his bike here because it probably wouldn't fit through the door.
It's in the shop at the moment.
I'm having a hard time getting the microphone up to you because, god dang. But to my knowledge, this is a pretty good scale for Space Marines to normal humans, isn't it? This is about the size there.
Oh, definitely. I mean, that was the main problem. We're trying to scale it up. You know, it's like, how the hell do I go about scaling it up to match the actual scale of them? Because a lot of them that you see, they're too small and stuff like that. I'm like, no, I don't do things like that. I just want to go all out with it.
So in the Warhammer universe, this would be about the size of an Imperial Guardsman compared to these guys. They are a force to reckon with. Now, you've done this by putting something into your boots. What have you got down there?
Pretty much just giant wooden stilts. So, because I'm standing on about 7-8 inches of stilts, so while it's not the best to walk around with, I'm managing.
It's cosplay. It's not meant to be comfortable.
Well, that's exactly right. You know, every time I do it, I'm like, well, the things I do for cosplay are all worth in the end. You know, as soon as you get the compliments and stuff like that, it just makes it fantastic. So. And
when you get people running over to you, screaming, begging for a video interview, that's pretty good too.
Oh, definitely. Especially me. I just love having pictures done of my work. It makes me feel proud at the end of the day. You know.
So you damn well should. It's incredible. Now, there's a whole lot of armor here. What kind of meterage of foam are we looking at?
Lots. I think I went through about 27 sheets of Eva foam.
Jeez. And what else have you got here? You got all the little runes and everything. What are your fangs and your runes? What have you made those from?
I've just made them out of insulation board that they usually put in the house. So I was pretty much spent the last couple of weeks just carving up foam everywhere. So while the house was a bit of a mess, you know, they came up all right. So.
And your bolter here, have you modelled that pretty accurately off game?
Sort of just from screenshots, and you know, because I do collect the little miniatures, so trying to scale it off the miniatures and stuff like that as well. It's like close enough.
And the backpack of the Space Marine, how much detail have you gone through that one? Because that looks pretty damn good.
Oh, it's just a lot of work into that. I'm like, well, the rest of the armor should fall in the should fall up pretty well, but as soon as I got to the backpack, I was just like, this is going to be a bit of a challenge, but got through it eventually, and I was quite happy with the end result of it.
What have you attached that with? Because I'd imagine it'd be quite heavy.
Well, I basically just used metal brackets, so it sort of holds it into place, just pretty much slip it into the back of it, with giant metal brackets, and that seems to be doing the job, so.
Fantastic. And like the joins in your knees and your elbows, it's what have you got in there? Because that's pretty creative.
No, it's pretty much just ducting stuff that they use for houses and stuff like that with air conditioners. Some tips I picked up online.
Ingenuity of cosplayers, it never ceases to amaze me, but very well done, sir. So out of all of this here, which one of these parts kind of took you the longest?
Oh, definitely the backpack.
You've done an incredible job. You are by far my favourite cosplayer. But incredible job, and thank you for coming along.
No worries, happy to be here.
So we are all done here at AMC Day 1. We got to meet a lot of great cosplayers and talk to a lot of them, as well as meet a whole heap of people through the Cosplay Guild Australia photo booth, which is actually behind us. We got a heap of cosplayers just chilling out because they're all tired, which we are too. So we will see you tomorrow. Have fun. Don't